Welcome back to the Barry Charles Footy Show, your one-stop shop for everything rugby league. In this episode, we're going to talk about the Parramatta Eels, the team that can get to the grand final and choke. Yes, they couldn't get it. The unbeatable Parramatta Eels of 2001 got absolutely dudded by Newcastle Knights, absolutely savaged. The Hayne plan got them all the way to the final and were absolutely demolished by the Cowboys and not the Cowboys, Melbourne Storm, and of course, just recently in 2022, they lost to one of the greatest teams of all, the Penny Panthers. So it's been since the 80s since Parramatta have seen the title. Can they get there? Is it possible? Let's find out now as we do the Parramatta Eels season preview of 2024. Welcome to the channel, guys and gals. Let's get rocking and rolling. The Parramatta Eels, your team. If it's your team, let's see how they look for 2024. Well, first of all, Josh Hodgson has medically retired. Jack Murchie is on his way out the door. Andrew Davey also medically retired. So they've lost a few players. They lost a lot more players last season. And obviously Jack Arthur went mid-season. With the gains only been Kalma Talagi and Morgan Harper, so not much to write home about for you fans of Parramatta in terms of signings. So they're relying on what they got and hoping it will deliver better. Well, obviously last season, the Ryan Madison episode, the season didn't start well when he took the suspension instead of the fine. He regretted that later, but at the end of the day, did it cost them? Potentially, but they still had the chance at the end of the season. They couldn't get it done. But yeah, for you Parramatta fans, what's the likelihood here? They finished 10th last season. Can they improve enough to take on the big guns? Well, that is the big question mark. Let's have a look at their squad for 2024. Well, clearly, Clint Gufferson will be the fullback. Mike Aceva has a mortgage on one centre position, as well as Will Penasini has a mortgage on one centre position. The argument is who do you put in the other centre and wing? Well, there are so many options that it's so you got Bailey Simonson who can play there. You got Hayes Dunster. They've got a few options anyway. But I've gone for Morgan Harper and Sean Russell as the centre and wing pairing there. Morgan Harper and Sean Russell. Sean Russell showed potential of what he could be. He has had some injury issues, so it's up to him if he can continue to go towards where he needs to be better. But he's definitely, for me, the person I'll be picking. The halves picked themselves, Dylan Brown, who obviously come off a season you rather forget, but a great end of the season. With the Kiwis, with Mitchell Moses, had one of his better seasons last season. The props, Junior Puller and Regan Campbell-Gillard. Are they the alpha males they need to win the comp? They can play big minutes, but are they the real alpha male to get it done? Number 9, looks like Brendan Hands will get the first go at it. Bit of issues around Brendan Hands if he is the man to lead them to the promised land. And then you got Sean Lane, Bryce Cartwright and Jermaine Hopgood, a very good second row prop rotation. Lock rotation there. The bench, probably question mark who's going to be the bench player. There's Joey Lussick is the talk, but I've gone for Jayanasi. He can play a few more positions, but I'm sure he can play the hooker with no problem at all. Matt Dury, who had a good season last year. Ryan Madison, who could easily start in front of Bryce Cartwright. And Winnaboo Greg keeps his spot on the bench for mine, leaving Kalma Talagi and Joey Luskett out of the team. Jerome Momesa, I'm not sure how to say the name, but Hayes Dunster and Bailey Simonson are in the team. What do I see for Parramatta Eels? Well. I can Parramatta Eels, to me, it's going to be an interesting season, folks. It's going to be an interesting season for your Parramatta Eels. I can see them being on the brink of the top 8. So they might finish in a similar position. They haven't really improved the squad, so that's what my worry. That if you haven't improved your squad, you're probably not going to go up the ladder. Um, they're heavily reliant on not getting injuries because they don't have the depth, in my opinion. Um, they've got a potential good prop rotation, but I don't see any of them being the alpha male. They're good players, but I just don't think them being the dog. They need a dog in their forward pack. I don't know who that is. I don't know if there is. Can Winnamu Greg be that dog in the forward pack? Junior Paulo and Regan Campbell-Gill are very good players. I'm not saying they're not. But I just don't think they have that dog in them, which you need that dog play. You need that Jared Warrior Hardgraves. You need that James Fisher-Harris. You need just a little bit just a absolutely see red sort of player, but can control that and do it every week. I think that's what they're missing, Parramatta, if they're going to do it. And also on their Morgan Harper, Sean Russell combination, that could be the weakness too. Defensively, they could attack that edge all day long. So I have question marks over that, where they're looking for. And the lack of depth in the Parramatta Eels squad to me is a big concern, very big concern for you Parramatta fans. The lack of signings, I think they clearly need a hooker. They probably need an outstanding winger for mine, if I was going to say, if you're looking to sign a player. And yeah, those are probably the two key. I think they got everything else sorted. But and Gufferson, obviously this talks about Gufferson as the fullback that they need. I can see what they're saying about getting someone else, but can they actually get anyone else to come to the Parramatta Eels that is a higher talent than Clint Gufferson? I'm not sure about that. But it's still, on paper, the squad, the 17, is good enough to potentially do well. And this could be a top 4 team. But injury concerns to me are all over this team. Get a few injuries, they don't have the backups. I'm very concerned for you Parramatta fans. If you're thinking of a renaissance to the grand final, I think you're surely mistaken. I can't see it. Absolutely. Right here, right now, Parramatta Eels won't be in the grand final. I can't see it at all. They may even struggle to make the top 8, to be honest, on what I've seen. Not much improvement there. They're going to need to do something big if they want to make the top 8, in my opinion. It's going to be an interesting year for the Parramatta Eels. I don't see that elusive premiership they've been waiting for a while. I don't see it coming anytime soon, and the drought will continue, in my opinion. But anyway, that is the Barry Charles Footy Show, talking about the team, the Parramatta Eels, what their chances are for 2024. If they need someone to light up, obviously Dylan Brown needs to probably go to another level. Sean Russell probably needs to go to another level. We need Winnamu Greg to go to another level. These are the players you probably need to look at. You know, the other players are going to give you solid games, but you need these other ones to go to another level to make them an actual threat of doing something good in this season. But anyway, that's the Barry Charles Footy Show for this episode. The next one we're going to talk about is the 9th place South Sydney Rabbitohs from last year. Can they go up the ladder? They've certainly signed a player that can help them go there, but are they the real deal for 2024? Find out right here at the best channel of all for Rugby League, Barry Charles Footy Show. Have an awesome day out there.